Hi, friends. Welcome back to Podcast and Chill. I'm Gwen. If you are waiting for Leo, well, he is not here today. Don't worry, he is fine. He is just busy and he will be back soon. So today, it's only you and me having fun together. In this episode, we will talk about changes. Changes happen all the time. For example, the weather changes from summer to autumn, and our bodies change as we grow up. Changes happen so often, we sometimes think they just happen by themselves. But really, there is always a reason. If you want something in your life to change, you must do something first. Let's say, if you want to improve your English, you need to practice every day. If you want to feel strong, you need to do exercise. Remember that nothing in your life changes if nothing in your habit changes. So, in this episode, we will talk about how one change can bring another, and what you can do to make your life better. Oh, by the way, I will add some soft music while I talk. I think it can help you learn and feel relaxed. I really hope you will like it. And now, let's get ready for a fun talk. Do you ever feel like every week is the same? You wake up, you go to work or to school, you eat the same breakfast, you check your phone, you feel tired, the day ends, you go to bed, and then the next day, well, it's the same thing all over again. At night when you lie in bed, you feel a little guilty. You think about all the things you wanted to do. You tell yourself, tomorrow I will change. Tomorrow I will do better. Next week, I will change. But you know what? When tomorrow comes or when next week comes, nothing is different. It is exactly the same. I think many of us know this feeling. We want to do better. We really do. We want to eat better food. We want to move our bodies more. We want to study harder. We want to learn new things, but the days pass, the weeks pass, and nothing really changes. Let's think about English for a moment. Maybe you say to yourself, I want to improve my English. I want to speak better. I want to understand native speakers. And you really mean it. But every day you are just so busy. You watch one short video on YouTube. You learn one new word. You think, okay, good, I did something today. But then you forget that word. 1 month later, 2 months later, you check your progress. And you feel the same. Your English is the same. Maybe it's even a little worse because you forgot some things. Or maybe you say, I want to exercise. I want to feel strong. I want to be healthy. So you buy nice running shoes. They look great. You feel excited. You look at an exercise video. You imagine yourself running in the park, feeling amazing, feeling free. But you don't actually start. You say, I'm too tired today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week when I have more time. This is an awful cycle. The same actions, the same results. You do the same things, so you get the same life. Nothing moves forward. And the truth is very simple, but also very hard to hear. If you don't change something, nothing in your life will change. I know that sounds awful. But I think deep down, we all know it's true. Now you might be wondering why we keep doing the same thing when we say we want to change. Well, Many times, it is because we are waiting. We wait for the right moment. We say things like, I will study English when I have more time, or I will exercise when I have more energy, or I will start eating healthy when I feel ready, or I will save money when I earn more. But friends, let me tell you something important. The perfect moment almost never comes. I'm serious. It doesn't come. Think about your alarm clock for a second. Maybe you set it for 6 in the morning. You want to wake up early. You have good plans. You want to study or exercise or do something useful. The alarm rings at 6. You hear it, but you feel so sleepy. Your bed feels so warm. What do? You press snooze. You say, just 10 more minutes. I will get up in 10 minutes. The alarm rings again at 6:10. You press snooze again. Okay, just one more time. You wait for the right time to get up, but soon it's 6:30, then 7. Now you are late. You have to do everything fast. You lost your chance to do those morning things. Life is kind of like that. We keep pressing snooze on our dreams. We keep saying, I will do it later. I will start next week. I will begin next month. But later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And next month becomes never. I've done this so many times. I can't even count. And maybe you have too. Waiting feels safe. When we wait, we don't risk anything. If we don't start, we can't fail, right? We can keep the idea in our heads. We can keep the dream safe. But here's the problem. If we don't start, we also can't change. We can't grow. We can't improve. And when you do nothing, nothing changes. 0 action equals 0 results. And listen, even when you tell yourself you have a lot of time, so it's okay to wait. I hate to tell you this, but time is limited. You have only this much time. If you don't learn to use it right, you might run out of it, and all your dreams will go to waste. That said, let's be honest for a minute. Change is not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, oh, just do it. It's simple. Because it's not that simple. In fact, it's hard. I mean, even getting ourselves out of bed at 6 is already a huge challenge, not to mention bigger changes. But why is change so hard? Well, first, our brains like things that are safe and familiar. Even if a habit is not good for us, it still feels comfortable. It's what we know. For example, scrolling on your phone at night is easy. You don't have to think. You just scroll and scroll. The only things that have to work are your eyes, your hands, and a small part of your brain. But watching an English video without subtitles, that takes more energy. You have to focus. You have to listen carefully. So your brain says, no thanks. Stay safe. Do the easy thing. Just scroll. Second, we are afraid. This is a big one. We think, what if I try and I fail? What if I look stupid? What if people laugh at me? This fear is so strong. It can stop us before we even begin. It's like a wall in our mind. Maybe you want to practice speaking English with a friend or a language partner, but then you get scared. What if I say the wrong word? What if I can't find the words? What if they think my pronunciation is bad? What if they laugh? So you stay silent. You don't practice. You keep your words inside. Maybe you want to start running or going to the gym, but you're afraid. What if people look at me? What if I am slow? What if I look silly? What if I can't do it right? So you don't run, you don't go, you stay home. So in the end, we don't do things that make us uncomfortable. We keep the old habits. We do the same things. We don't change, not because we are lazy, but because we are scared. Fear stops us more than anything else. But here's something I want you to try. It's a new way of thinking. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask yourself, "What good thing can happen if I try?" Just flip the question. When you fail, it is not the end of everything. Failing is normal. Everyone fails sometimes. I fail most of the time. Like 99%? But listen to me, if I didn't try, I would never be where I am right now. You get nothing new if you don't try. You get no success if you don't act. You stay in the same place. Oh, Gwen, you're just one example, you might think. So, before you really think that, let me give you some real stories. Stories about real people. Do you know Meryl Streep? She is one of the most famous actresses in the world. She has won so many Oscars. I think 3. Everyone knows her. But at the very start of her career, a movie director told her she was not pretty enough for movies. Can you imagine? Someone told her she should give up. Imagine if she believed that person. Imagine if she stopped trying. The world would never see her amazing work. We would never see all those beautiful performances, but she did not stop. She said, "Okay, I will try again." And she tried again and again. And now, people will remember her forever. Or think about Doechi. She's a rapper and singer. At first, she was dropped from her record label. That means the company said, "No, we don't want you anymore." Many people said no to her. They rejected her music. That must have hurt so much. But she did not wait for someone to give her permission. She did not give up. She kept writing songs. She kept making music. She kept singing. She kept going to other companies, even when she knew there was a high chance of getting rejected again and again. She believed in herself. And finally, she broke through. Now she is a Grammy winner. She gives hope to so many young people around the world. What can we learn from people like Meryl Streep and Doechi? Well, success is not about never failing. Success is about trying, even when things are hard. It's about trying again after you fail. So, I want you to remember this. Doing nothing is also a choice. But that choice keeps everything the same. It keeps you stuck. Doing something, no matter how small it is a sign of progress. Yes, like I've just said. Change does not need to be big. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. You don't need to wake up tomorrow and suddenly become a completely different person. Honestly, that's almost impossible and not how change works. You can start small, very, very small. Like, you don't need to study English for 2 hours every day. You can start by learning just one new word today. Just one. Or you don't need to run 5 kilometers. You can walk for 5 minutes. That's all. Maybe you want to start eating healthy. You don't need to suddenly drink only water and never have soda again. You can just add 1 extra glass of water to your day. Look, doing something small every day is much better than doing something huge one time and then stopping. It's better to study English for 10 minutes every single day than to study for 5 hours one Saturday and then do nothing for 3 weeks. Why? Because it's easier to fail when you try so hard at the start. And what do we do when we fail? We think we will never able to do it and give up. So, do not take big steps at the beginning. It is not being scared. It is being smart. These small steps might look too simple. You might think, 1 word, 5 minutes? That's nothing. That won't change my life. But believe me, they are powerful. Think about this. 1 word a day means 365 words in a year. That is a lot. That's enough to have a real conversation. That's real progress. Or 1 5-minute walk every day can become a strong habit. After 1 week, you might think, hey, this feels good. Maybe I can walk for 10 minutes. Then 20 minutes. Then maybe you start jogging a little. The small step becomes bigger naturally. Do you know Ed Sheeran? Of course you do. Today, he is a superstar. His show tickets are sold out all the time. Everyone knows his songs. But when he started, he was just a young guy with red hair playing guitar on the street. Nobody knew him. He played in small pubs. Sometimes only 5 people came to listen. But he wrote songs every day. Not perfect songs, just songs. Some were good, some were bad. 1 song, then another song, then another. Step by step, day by day, he improved. He got a little better, and now he sings to millions of people around the world. And here is something very important that I want you to understand. Change is not perfect. Many people think if they want progress, they must do everything perfectly. They can't make mistakes. But that is not true. That's actually a dangerous way to think. Real progress is messy. It has mistakes. It has bad days. It has many try again moments. It has moments when you want to quit. Think about learning English. Maybe today you study only for 5 minutes because you were really busy. Maybe you listen to a podcast and you only understand half of it. Maybe you try to speak and you make 3 grammar mistakes. You say I goed instead of I went. Guess what? That is still progress. You tried. You walked, even if only on 1 foot, because progress is not about being perfect. Progress is about not giving up. Progress is about continuing to fight tomorrow. So, friends, are you ready to see progress? If you are, let's make it happen by making some changes as soon as you can. What is 1 small thing you can do today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Can you learn 1 English word? Can you walk for 10 minutes? Can you drink 1 glass of water? Can you turn off your phone earlier? Just 1 thing. Because that 1 thing, that's how change begins. And remember, it's better to finish your work than not finish it. Do it even if it's not perfect. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to start. Do something, anything. Take one small step today. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Remember, you don't need to change everything at once. Just make small changes, one by one. Those small steps will take you to what you want. The most important thing is that you must change first. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you fail sometimes, that's okay. Failing is just a part of getting better, not something to be scared of. So don't wait for the perfect time. Start making a change now. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you had a great time here. I'm Gwen, and I'll see you in the next episode of Podcast and Chill.